And hello everyone out there in Twitchland, and hello everyone in here in the expedition. We are at Waypoint 5, Waypoint Endeavour, of the 50th anniversary expedition of Apollo 15, otherwise known as the Apollo 15 expedition, just to confuse everybody. I'll go into Discord for a few minutes and as I'm messing about with the flotilla that I'm in, and I'll go straight into the talk about 5 minutes after that, probably. There's no need to mess about otherwise. Hope you're doing well, wherever time zone you may be in. Hope you're having a great weekend. And yeah, let's go into voice chat at the moment and say hello to everyone. Oh man, that's loud. That's a bit too loud, isn't it? Hello everyone.
Not many people online today.
No, well, not enough anyway. I was just saying to Carney that maybe you should try and like merge the his flotilla and mine together. That would make a lot of sense. At least I hope so anyway.
It seems to do amazing advertising for his group.
I have to put you all louder. I can barely hear you.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
This is always the thing.
There we go.
Balancing sound levels so that everyone can be heard and no one's too loud or too quiet. Yeah, it's all good though. It's all good. I think we've got a few people here. We say it's not as many as I was, but to be fair, it does take about 10 minutes Super Cruise to get here from the start, so maybe a lot of people are doing that. If it was more than 10 minutes, I probably wouldn't have bothered, but I thought that's just about okay, you know. I think, I mean, there's a rule of thumb. If you're going to have a meetup that's like far from the start, it has to be pretty good, and I think this is pretty good. At least the location we're at it looks pretty decent, and it wouldn't really take a genius to work out what we're going to do, because we've all got fast ships, and we're going to race around this rather big crater, all the way around the outside of it. It probably won't take that long in a fast ship, but and an SRV would take all day long. At least an hour probably to get around the whole thing. It's not insanely large. I've seen bigger craters than this, definitely, but it's large enough to be fun, you know. But yeah, here we are, just hovering above the meetup point, so everyone on the stream can see where we are and what we're doing. Yeah, I deliberately said to everyone, bring your racing ships. Obviously, Anacondas don't really race particularly well, but you can try. You can definitely try.
Well, I've got a fighter on it.
Yeah, absolutely. If you can get your ship to follow you, then you absolutely can. You know, that's always the thing about the autopilot actually behaving itself well enough to follow you. That's a whole different game completely, you know. But yeah, we've got the traditional racing ships there, like, you know, got the wonderful Imperial Courier. Sidewinder can be pretty quick if you engineer it enough. So it's not a bad ship for this. That's true.
I'll just try with my DBX.
Yeah, again, a DBX. I mean, it's not the fastest ship in a straight line, but it'll do, you know. It can be go.
I think with boost, something about 350-ish.
I wonder if you engineer it. I think you do about 400-ish if you engineer it, but it's not really a racing ship, is it? Yeah. I thought about bringing my actual, like, you know, Imperial Eagle racing fighter, but that was.
Are we, Yannick?
It should be in the text chat.
It says something like B1.
Yeah, it is. It's B1 in the system. I'll repost it again if you need to. It's the Itakuna sector HW-W C1-4 body B1. Yeah. I have a horrible feeling the sound is really unbalanced as far as the stream is concerned. Yeah. Thanks in the chat for that. That's cool. I think you stay safe in your expedition. I hope it's not too loud. That's always the thing with streaming. Is sometimes it's really hard to balance the sound properly. You know, depending on what setup you've got. But it's all good though. I'm not complaining. As long as the people can hear me at the other end of the stream, that's important. Yeah, we'll wait till a few more people get in before doing anything. Plus, I'm going to have to do my talk in a couple of minutes anyway, so that's all fine. I thought about just being the start-finish line, but considering if not many more people turn up, I'm just going to join in anyway, because the ship is probably faster than most people's anyway. The courier's probably quicker, actually. That courier's been modified as much as I think it has, then it probably was, yeah. This can do about 630 boost, so it's pretty fast, but it's not like insanely fast. Pretty good for an exploration ship, though, generally. Okay. Yeah, I think we've got a few more people inbound at the moment. At least I hope so. Hey, Fru, how's it going?
Fru is here?
He's just appeared in the text for the flotilla, so I hope he's on his way. Oh, he's just appeared in the voice as well, so yeah, hello, Fru. Hope you're having a good one. Right. Yeah, I think I'll have to duck out of Discord voice for a bit, but I'll be back shortly, and I'm about to put on my weekly talk about the fun of space exploration, specifically Apollo 15 and things connected to that. See you in a bit.
Alright.
Cool. This is coming way too loud in my headphones at the moment. I hope it isn't that way in the stream, I really do, because that would be just unfortunate for everyone. Discord's really slow today, I don't know why. It just is. Okay, great. We are in position. Okay. Awesome, right. Okay, hello again. Right, as always, every week I do a little talk about the history of this particular matter, which is Apollo 15. It doesn't go on for too long, don't worry. This one's going to be a relatively shortish one, I hope. But yeah, this one is named after the Waypoint, as each week it's Waypoint Endeavour, and that's the name of the command module of Apollo 15. I think it was also the name, I think it was named after Captain Cook's ship Endeavour, hence an exploration ship, back in the ancient history of Britain. The world famous Captain Cook, who obviously got various things named after him in the Pacific. But yeah, it's a good name, I think, for a sort of bold explorer. Captain Cook has various dubious and controversial elements to him as well, but different times, very different times. Anyway, the whole Apollo sort of stack, as it were, taking into everything, the whole Saturn V, the lunar module, and the whole spacecraft is called, sort of collectively, the lunar stack. And ultimately, the top part of it is the command module. That is the only part that returns to the Earth. And I'll be looking into the command module a bit, but to backpedal a little bit to the beginning of the Apollo program, we have Apollo 1, which is the saddest story. I've referred to it a few times in these talks so far, but I'll go into a little bit more detail at the moment. This was the first manned flight of an Apollo command module. Unfortunately, on a test on the pad about a month or so before it was supposed to be launched, Apollo 1 killed all three of its crew members, these gentlemen you see in front of you. That would be on the left, Gus Grissom, Ed White in the middle, and Roger Chaffee on the far right. And Grissom had flown to space before, as had Ed White, who was the first American to walk in space. Grissom was the second American into space and had also flown the first Gemini mission. So he was, pretty much a living legend already at this point. But yeah, he was selected to command the first Apollo flight, but he would never make it that far. Unfortunately, the very sort of long-winded explanation, there was, by various technical faults and design oversights, shall we say. The atmosphere was 100% pure oxygen at very high pressure, which is basically a bomb waiting to go off, and an electrical fire basically wiped out the crew. They weirdly died of asphyxiation, not as you would think through burns, but more to do with the strength of their spacesuits. But that was the sad and inglorious start to the Apollo program. But they did recover from it. If they hadn't, we would never have got to the moon. But yeah, it's definitely salute to those gentlemen, those brave souls. Like so many people who have died in the pursuit of space exploration. I mean, Grissom himself said a year before he died that such risks were worth the price of, conquering space. Still, moving on from that, so referring to the Apollo stack, you can see here, hopefully the detail isn't too bad, but as you can see at the top, you've got the command and service module right at the very pinnacle of the Apollo stack, and the lunar modules are stored a bit beneath that. This is the command module. I think this is a Block 1, similar to Apollo 1, that's under construction. It was a very different era of Apollo, though. This was supposed to be before they decided to land on the moon by a lunar module. It was going to be like the whole thing was going to land on the moon. The whole upper stage is called direct ascent, but built for a different purpose in mind. All the ones that flew in the end with people on board were Block 2s, but that's something you can look into, and I will send some links maybe a bit later on. Continuing the brief schematics of the command module. Again, like all the talks that I do are just sort of brief overviews. If you're interested in it, either come and talk to me, or I'll definitely sort of send you some links about this sort of cool stuff. But for our intrepid explorers, this is what they would be seeing day in, day out, sitting in the middle of the command module. See that bit in the middle at the bottom? That would be the tunnel which you then float through to get to the lunar module, or the various instruments. It's pretty primitive by today's standards, but these were like, some of the earliest compact digital computers. Same thing here, you can see the tunnel in the middle there, where you could float through. Obviously none of them had lunar modules. Apollo 8 didn't have a lunar module because it wasn't ready yet. And the picture's slightly off actually, but apologies. But yeah, that's the inside of the command module still. This is the one that our heroes flew in. This is the Apollo 15 command module Endeavour, orbiting the moon. It's a wonderful shot, as you can see. This is taken immediately from the lunar module Falcon. I think this might be as it's coming to rejoin the command module after landing on the moon. But it's a beautiful picture. You see the sort of details of the surface below. And again, from a slightly different angle. But yeah, the obviously after it's done its job around the moon, the command module separates, as in this picture, from the service module, and its final return to Earth. Now this is a funny picture, slightly alarming but kind of funny at the same time. This is Apollo 15 returning to Earth. 3 parachutes should be open, only 2 are open. It can just about do that and be safe, but it's the only time they ever had that problem. And finally, Endeavour. I think this is the Air Force Museum it's in at the moment. Someone will correct me if I'm wrong, no doubt. But yes, the intriguing story of the Apollo 15 command module and the command modules of the whole Apollo program and Skylab as well later on, using Apollo technology. But anyway, back to the action and back to the rest of the expedition. And I will return to the flotilla and to Discord. Thank you for watching, and thank you for anyone who's still watching in Twitchland. I'm always very grateful to anyone who tunes in. It's always great to have you. Okay, here we go. Okay, cool. Hello everyone, I'm back. Right, have we got anybody else here? Or is it just the same number of people before?
Brave and Tunnel.
Ah, okay. Yeah, to be fair, it is about like 10 minutes travel from the star anyway. so I shouldn't be surprised. Okay, so there's like 6 of us at the moment. Yeah, wait for a little bit longer to see anyone else sort of on the way. Fru, do you still need a wing? I can certainly give one. Falcon, do you need a wing as well?
What? Which tunnel?
Raven Tunnel.
Yeah, I'll wing you in if you need it. Is there
Yeah,
anybody else?
I was just going away from the fleet carrier and I'm stuck in the 0.
Okay, I'm just
0,
sending
0,
out.
0.
Okay, I'm sending out wing
No
invites to
super
anyone
cruise.
who needs them. Cool. I can't see through on the list unless he's here already. No, I don't see him on the list. This nebula is absolutely vast, like all the nebulas of this size, I suppose, or approximate size. It's good though. You can still see it in the distance. Yeah, see that kind of reddish glow off to, not just under the star, but off to the side here as well. It's amazing these structures exist in space. You know, they're literally like tens of light years
And
across.
connection error, second time today.
Yeah, that's a bit of annoyance.
So it was destroyed for a second. Hope you're right.
We're
Well,
inside Sidewinder this time.
okay. Takane, how many people were in your instance who have come over? Takane, is there anyone in your instance who's come over with you today?
Me, Martin later on.
Okay.
I just selected the wrong game mode, damn it. I got into arena accidentally because the buttons are playing crazy.
Yeah. It was fun actually, the last one we did in CQC.
Yeah.
I liked that. That was fun. Yeah, I mean, we'll give it a few more minutes, but yeah, so we have enough people probably to get a race underway anyway, if that happens.
There we go. Fleet home.
Thank you.
It's always the thing about the bigger ships, isn't it? You can spot them from a long way off. Like the Beluga, I mean, that's like an ideal sort of, you know, meet-up site marker if you've got one. You can see them from so far away. Did anyone see what was happening, I think, during the pre-meet in the flotilla I was in? When Dr. Nagi was doing this interesting experiment that sort of you'd like drop someone onto the shields of another ship and then they would get catapulted across space. And it was really quite amazing because like you had these huge ships being floating, like, you actually pushed across space like a catapult. It was really, really funny to watch.
That sounds good.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure the technique of it. Just I was doing what Nagi told me to, but he seemed to have got it down to a fine art. But it is really funny. I'm going to ask him about this, actually. It's too funny not to do. We'll definitely have to do it again before the expedition ends, I think. Probably at, like, the final waypoint, after we've done all our serious things. It's always a good time to go mad.
I'll need a beacon again.
Okay. We'll send one to you. I can't actually find you at the moment, which is weird. Oh, there you are. Cool.
Thank you.
Cool. Yeah.
Thank you for the wing.
Please no Raven Tunnel.
Okay. Yeah, I've been trying to wing you in for ages, Falcon.
Oh,
So-
come
so-
on.
Is it being naughty again? Is it misbehaving?
Mm.
So these ships just moving around randomly.
Okay, can you guys hear me now?
I can hear you.
Hello, Chang.
Oh, I had the wrong microphone picked. So,
Oh wow.
so Nagi's trick is it uses the concussive rounds experimental on cannons,
Yeah.
which physically move a ship, and they do that by actually applying a kinetic force into something. However, when a ship is parked, it can't move. It's locked to the ground.
Okay.
So when you fire into a ship, it stores that kinetic energy in the shields of the ship. And then if something else then touches those shields, it transfers it all instantaneously into the thing that touched it and will launch it violently.
It was amazing. Yeah. I mean, Matt Winston got literally catapulted like
the
thousands of
thing I
meters
was
a
trying to
second.
explain is if anybody's played Breath of the Wild, it's pretty much exactly like the time stop, where you freeze something in time and then you just bash the hell out of it. And then when time starts again, it goes flying, or the thing that's in front of it goes flying because it transfers that energy.
I'm pressing Alt F4 now. It doesn't work. Of course it doesn't work. I think I have to restart the game.
Okay. Right. Is anybody else also inbound apart from Takane?
Yes, I am currently winging someone
There's a
in.
connection.
Catalyst. Yes.
Good, good.
Here's the connection error. Took a while, but it went there.
Yeah. So yeah, we've got a fair few ships now. This is good. Ooh, nearly collided with a Conda there.
Not sure what the autopilot is doing there. It seems a bit.
It seems a bit sort
Trigger
of
happy.
risky, yeah. Whatever it's doing, it's not totally sane. I'm going to back off a bit from the Anaconda there. It's yeah, it's not doing the best thing.
Position where the other better.
Yeah, if that Conda bonks me, my shield will be toast in a second.
That's not a surprise. Oh well. Yeah, a bunch of people just jumped out of the instance for some reason. I don't know why. They just randomly did. We haven't got that many people here either, which is very strange. Ah, they've appeared again, so that's cool. Welcome to the wacky world of Elite Dangerous instancing. Oh, that's what that
Yes,
part thing was. It's
the
through
next
ship.
5 years.
Ah, yeah.
Nothing has changed the last 4 years.
No, nothing really has it? It does make me laugh in some ways. Okay, I'll explain to everyone while we're still waiting for other people to get in. Right, the idea for the fast ship race, we call it there, because fighter just gets confusing after a while, because, yeah, just fast ships. Okay, the crater, we are going to follow the rim of the crater all the way around, as closely as we can, realistically. You know, don't go too low and crash into the ground, but, you know, like, be fairly low. And we will return to this point as, like, the start-finish line. You can notice that by this kind of crater here, which sort of like half a crater that kind of connects to this bigger crater, if you see what I mean. Like where the anaconda's hanging around near. That's kind of the place. You can spot that from a lot further away. But yeah, that's the idea. And I'm kind of now I'm pointing in the direction where we'll be racing, so we're doing it in a clockwise kind of direction. But yeah, I'm going to join in this one because I could just be the start-finish line, but it would just be really dull. Yeah. Also, I wouldn't be able to film it so well if I'm just hanging around, waiting for this huge group of ships to come around again. Well, maybe not huge, but fairly substantial group of ships. Cool. How in Twitchline, hey Bad Cops, how's it going? Saying shout out to the Apollo 15 crew. Yeah. Their great mission to the Apennine Mountains. Yeah, absolutely, Bad Cops. That is absolutely it. But that's part of the reason we're obviously ending the expedition at David and Goliath. It's it's not exactly Mount Nervy, but there's some of the biggest mountains definitely in Horizons. And there's 2 worlds of absolutely huge mountains. So there's just so many places that we can use landing sites. It's almost hard to pick landing sites because there's so many of them. But there's have too many choices than too few though. Always. Takane, how are you doing?
Starting the game again.
Okay.
Taking its time, of course.
Right. I don't know how long this is going to take us. Or what I think we should do is probably start up again. If we might be back round and done 1 lap by the time that Takane gets here as well, and then we'll start a second one when that happens. But to be fair, I haven't actually timed the lap. I just did it, and but wasn't really looking at the clock. But that might be an idea. Okay. Right. Let's all try and line up as best we can, in a vague starting order. That Python is actually in a pretty good position, so I'm going to go right next to him. Yeah, he's pointing in the right direction. That looks a very gnarly looking Python, with the that particular body kit.
Could do with some WD-40.
Yeah, it looks very rusty, doesn't it? Yeah. I know it's supposed to look intimidating. It is kind of funny. I'm going to go to the external camera for a second, just get a shot of this. Yeah, I should really go a little bit forward, shouldn't I? But then again, probably going to be able to boost quite quickly. Right, okay. We're approximately lined up, right? I think that's all good. We'll see how well that ship-launched fighter is going to do from the Anaconda. I don't know how well it will do, but see what ships have we got now. We've got Orca, we've got Python, Courier, we've got the Sidewinder. We've got, it looks like an Eye-Eagle down there. We've got DBX and a Cobra 3, I think that is. Yeah. So that's cool. Not many Cobra 4s out there. Once in a while you'll see somebody with one. But yeah, let's try 1 lap of this and see what happens. Okay. I should really lose some altitude here, might be wise. But yeah, stay as relatively close to the ground as you can without being, suicidal. Is everyone ready to roll?
Yes.
Ready?
Cool. Awesome. Right. Let's roll in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And I think the Eye-Eagle has taken the lead. At some point, it's hard to see which ship it is. You can just see this trail ahead of you into the darkness.
Where are you guys?
We've left the start point and we're sort of going around the edge of the crater. So you could instance with us, I think, if you sort of either stay where you are or try and find us. It shouldn't be too tricky, I reckon. Whoa, that Cobra is going to crash through the ground and it's boosted away. Haha. I thought we were going to have an on-screen death there for a second where the Cobra would crash into the ground, but it saved itself. Well done, the Cobra.
It's not crashing. Behind
I could use a wing again, hopefully.
Okay, cool. I will do what I can while not crashing myself.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, no brain towel.
Yeah. Where are you in the list? There you are.
I can invite you too. I have a.
Okay, cool. I've just invited
Yeah,
you
that-
anyway.
Okay.
I think someone might be ahead of me. I can see a trail over there.
Go.
It's probably not wise to actually like fly with one hand and try and invite someone with the other.
It's the third fastest
Your beacon.
in the game.
Yeah, my
I
beacon's
think
on.
your beacon is off.
I'm pretty sure it is. No, it's on. It's definitely on. It's being instancing being weird today. I think that's all it is. Whoever's got that purple trail, I think they're ahead.
What planet are we on?
B2 of the star
B1.
system. Sorry, B1. So, I'm too busy
B1.
concentrating not crashing into the ground at the moment. Yeah, the purple trail disappeared now.
Yeah, that doesn't work with fighters.
I thought the eagle was going to out-drag me, but I don't think it has. I don't know where it's gone, actually.
Another instance.
Yeah, that's the thing with this. Sometimes you do get this with these longer races. The ships do spread out over different instances. I've got I've got two things on my scope at the moment. One of them looks like it's moving quite close though, so it's amazing this, like, you know, it's the 34th century and they've got all this high technology, yet at the same time there's no rear view mirror or rear camera. It's true, you can't see how you can do that, but it's, yeah, there's no actual like immediate rear camera. It's like just basic things.
I mean, the original Elite had one.
Well, this is the thing. This is what I don't get, you know. How hard can it be? I know there's like all these camera views that you can do that, but there isn't just like a simple sort of way of doing that. But, yeah.
Oh,
go into
we're in a
camera
different
mode.
system, that's why.
Oh, okay.
Not the Waypoint system.
No.
Yeah.
Waypoint system's okay, but it's not amazing.
Okay, one jump.
To be fair, I haven't had the time this week to actually visit the Guardian system. Guardian settlements, I should say.
They're not that interesting when you already know them, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's not nice. It's not special geography or anything. It's just
No,
there.
that's true. I know what you mean. It's like once you've seen a few of them, they are pretty similar, aren't they? Someone's ahead of me now. Maybe they always were. That's probably it.
Oh,
Isn't
your
it?
ship is very fast.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I thought the Eye Eagle was faster than me. It looks like it is faster than me. They maybe lost their way for a second or just instanced out. But yeah, it's like a green trail ahead of me. I think we're quite close to the start-finish now. I think we're coming up on the coordinates. Actually, that's not an eagle. That's a cobra. For distance, I thought it was the eagle.
Nope. I decided to take a Cobra this time.
What's your boost there?
634, 35.
Aha, so you're slightly faster than me.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, can you hear me?
I can.
Yep.
Yeah. Is it too late to join?
You can join, absolutely. We've got Takano's on his way as well, so I think maybe somebody else is too.
Okay.
So we're coming to the end of our first lap, and I don't know if the Cobra's going to win or not.
I made a loop.
Ah, someone's already ahead of me. I can see somebody on the scope.
One with the courier.
I've been
Yeah.
playing in,
The Courier's
Odyssey
already
for all
won.
this
Well
time.
done, Courier.
Heck, 48,000 light seconds away.
It's about a 10-minute run, yeah.
I'll just
Can
will be a
somebody
while.
send? Oh, here we go.
Well done, Courier.
Can somebody send me a wing request or?
Sure.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you. All right, where are you guys?
Oh, I'm so slow. Damn. I think I'm about in the last quarter.
Okay.
Oh. Do we need SRVs? I'm just curious.
We're not planning on using SRVs at the moment. It's just like high-speed ships today. But if you've got one, that's great. I mean, some people
I'll
ship.
just drop it off.
Yeah. So if you haven't got a
Just
fast
drop it
ship,
off
don't
the
worry
carrier.
about it too much. It's just it's kind of cool for like racing, you know. Obviously, like fighters are included in that, not ship launch, but like Eagles and couriers and things, or any other ship that's got a high boost to it. But yeah.
Oh, somebody else showed up here.
Awesome, awesome. Oh yeah, a big shout out to Commander Infernal Moose, which is a great name. I do not give a shout out for the great name, but because they have brought the carrier to this system, which is very generous
That's
of
me.
them. Oh, that's you.
I
Oh
think
yeah.
somebody bought one of my keelback.
Okay. Yeah. That's cool.
I saw somebody flying around with the keelback on the carrier here.
That's not a common exploration ship, is it? The keelback.
I don't think so. The only reason I brought them is just in case somebody wanted to buy an SLF for any sort of adventures we might have.
Yeah.
And didn't have a large ship.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I didn't bring my Eye Eagle to this one because that would have been unfair. That's like 825 or something at boost, so it's like, but it's such a dragster. It just really is. It's like you try and turn that thing, and it's like one of those. It's like the most souped up versions you get of certain American pickup trucks. If you drive them in a straight line, they're really really fast. You try and turn, it's like you're gonna die probably.
Would have lost against the courier.
Yeah.
The courier makes 850 at least.
Yeah, they can do. Ooh, we had a close call there. Oh well. I've got a good
Somebody
shield.
courier boost 850.
I don't.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, we'll wait till everyone else has got in before we start the next race. That was quite fun actually. That wasn't actually as long as I thought it was going to be. It's hard to judge the distance of these things sometimes, to be honest.
Big crater.
Yeah, because you know what it is. If you're by yourself and you can't actually wing in with someone else to judge the distance, there's no way of doing it by yourself. Of being absolutely sure how long the distance is. Suppose you could work out if you use coordinates, but yeah.
It's Commander Not So F Obvious.
Do you need a wing?
All right, I'm on my way now.
Okay, awesome.
You guys are just racing around the crater there?
We're racing around like the edge of the crater and getting a fast ship and just literally pelting around the outside of the crater as close to the ground as is sane, or not, as the case may be. Yeah, I think we've actually got a good group now. It's about 10 people here, I think. So yeah, that's not bad actually.
I don't intend on crashing.
No, I don't either.
I have about. Yeah, I haven't sold my exploration data, and I have a lot of bio data too. So.
Okay. It's always best to try and sell that before meetups, just in case you end up crashing and losing stuff you don't want to lose.
Yeah, unfortunately, the bio data, the closest is 8,000 light years away.
Oh yeah, I
can
forgot.
sell
You
it.
can't sell the biodata on carriers, can you? This
No.
is the thing with
Nope,
Odyssey.
can't
Is
do it.
like most of the Odyssey I've been
Right.
doing is like for exploration, scouting of places, not actually like really that much biological stuff. I've just done a bit and piece for for curiosity, but nothing extensive. But yeah, That's a really strange loophole, isn't it? That you can't sell your bio data. You can sell your exploration data of any like star or planet or body.
It's almost like it's a completely separate module that they didn't really integrate into the rest of the game. You know.
But this is why I think that it does feel like not a DLC but a new game. I mean, it's 40 like euros, pounds, dollars, depending on your currency. It's basically a new game. I don't see any other way around it. They might have got less backlash if they actually called it a new game, except they would reset their expectations, I think, if it had been a new game. And all this different stuff would have said, like, okay, this is better, but this is worse. But if it's a DLC, you're automatically piggybacking on the expectations of the existing game, aren't you? People have those expectations. So
looks like somebody else came in. Yeah, okay.
Awesome. All right.
Who's that? Oh, it's Commander Not So Obvious. Okay.
That's a good name as well. I do like it.
All right. I have arrived.
Yay. Excellent. Excellent. Who's the Viper 3?
That's me.
Oh, cool, yeah. Because on the screen it just says Viper 3 at the moment. It doesn't say what commander it belongs to. So, that's cool.
So we're just doing one loop here? Is that the...
Yeah, we are. I'm just... I think Takana's still encoding. That's the reason we're waiting as well.
Yep. 1,000 light seconds left.
Cool. Yeah. Just spin around. Yeah. I don't think everyone's been friended yet, but friend anyone else who you don't know already. It always helps with instancing. And you make friends for the game's future as well, which is all good. Yeah, these kind of huge craters are always quite good for races, but especially if they're like, you know, really low light and it's like twilight basically. I think I'm going to back up a little bit here, aren't I? Because I don't crash into somebody.
Or you're in the Orca?
I am indeed, yeah. You can see it quite a way off the Red Orca. I made a mistake in an earlier expedition that I organised of having a Python that was black. I think I was going to like the end, like to be the turnaround point for races. So like, we can't see you. It's like, this is not good. The canyon wall is black. You are black. You know. Yeah, it does happen, unfortunately. So I keep to bright colours these days, so people can at least see me from a distance. Let's go to external cam. And let's have a look what we have here. Yeah, that Python definitely does look very rugged. I do like the look of that. I like also the colour scheme of the Viper. I mean, that's even more bright than mine. And you can see that like parsecs away, you know.
Yeah, that was the intention.
Yeah.
It's a lot more subdued actually in Odyssey. Yeah,
it's funny really that, isn't it? It's like the whole lighting system is just completely different in so many ways. But yeah, the paint schemes were designed for this, but different. Yeah, the keelback looks quite different with that orange paint scheme. Actually, I quite like that. That's a good look for a keelback. Awesome.
Yeah, so I wonder. I see. For me, it looks yellow, not orange.
Oh right, it's a sort of like light orange. From I think it also depends on what graphics card you've got as well, and you know what setup you have.
Could be. Yeah.
Everything looks slightly different to everybody, but that's the wacky world of PCs, isn't it?
Right.
Probably also helps gamma.
I wonder if they came with the keelback or if they bought the keelback on the carrier.
It's a good question.
Oh, not so obvious. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Hello.
This is the first time I'm back in VR in a while because Odyssey is no good in VR.
Oh yeah, there's a couple of ships parked on the ground over there as well. Let's have a look at them. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I've noticed.
Instance. Yay! I
Cool.
see you.
Excellent. I was going to say, I was looking through the other flotilla leaders, and everyone seems to be trying very hard today to have the most spectacular sort of looking, or the most spectacular events possible. Like, I know that so far Kit has actually gone to the Guardian ruins and had a race there. That's a complicated race. I looked at his diagram thinking that, okay, a lot of that's cool, but there's some really tricky little bits. Like, you're going to forget that halfway through the race. When you're in SRV, if you make like all like 10 separate 90-degree turns to get through this section, it's like you're not going to remember that in the heat of the moment when you're racing this guy really close, you know.
I was gonna have an SRV race for a really steep and long canyon.
Yeah.
And it was really flat at the bottom, which is really nice.
It's always good when you find one of
Nobody
those.
showed up.
Yeah. I think for the next meet, we're probably going to just have to have like maybe 2 Horizon instances.
Yeah.
We can't really keep on doing. If no one shows up, then what can you do? Okay. Oh, you've just arrived now. Cool. I see you behind.
Just behind you.
Okay, if you're ready to race, then we can get going. Okay, same again. Race to this point. 1 lap. Well, actually, do you fancy doing 2 laps? Because that'll last a bit longer. Yeah, let's do 2 laps, actually. That'd be cool. Okay, 2 laps to back here again. And if everyone's ready...
How do we know we're back here? Is there
have
a
a look,
marker here?
look to the ground. You can kind of see off to the right. There's a kind of other smaller crater that's kind of baked into the side. And there's like another crater like to the left. So it's like at this point where it starts to rise up again. I mean, it's very approximate, but it's like we're at -20, -40. So if you get back to those coordinates, you know that you're in the right place. That's why I picked this spot, because you've got all these different crater markers. So it's like, yeah, that's the only way of telling really in any of these places. But it's
and we're racing along the top of the ridge.
Yeah, race along the top of it. Get as close as you can to the ground without being silly, you know, and crashing into it. But like otherwise, it's yeah, you're not going to see the marker so much of the terrain. But anyway, yeah. So if we are all in good positions to be racing, I'll start the countdown in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Somebody's hitting the boost button. I can hear him.
Yeah. Sorry.
I actually pressed the wrong button, embarrassingly, but there you have it.
That's
Nobody's
why I
gonna race
overtook you.
Yeah.
How come nobody's racing me?
Oh. This Python isn't the fastest.
What's your boost speed there, Takano?
397.
Oh, okay, fair
It's
enough.
the fastest I've got with me.
Fair enough.
My Conda is even slower, so...
I see a purple trail ahead of me.
Where is everybody?
I think because I started badly, I may not catch up. To be fair, my boost speed's at about 630. I can outdistance most ships, but not everybody. If anyone's got like 800 fighter, then yeah, you're definitely going to win.
And my boost speed is 911.
Oh, well, then you're definitely going to win. I mean, not even my fastest fighter is that quick.
What ship is that?
It's the start point is at -20, -40, but it's that's way 140. But we're sort of already rolling at the moment anyway. Right, yeah, the purple trail ahead is disappearing into the distance. Possibly outside my
Holy
instance.
cow, you guys are 62 kilometers behind me.
Oh wow. Yeah, maybe I
Oh
should.
no, I'm behind the keelback.
Oh, that's embarrassing. Keelbacks are not usually
Well,
fast
it is
ships.
an exploration Python, not racing.
Yeah.
And an eagle back here apparently too. Taking it slow.
Yeah. Someone's coming to overtake me here, I think. Or are they? There's some racers watching the stream, sort of probably cursing to themselves, thinking, like, why are these guys so bad, you know?
Don't crash.
It's always good advice.
I'm very low to the ground, 30 meters.
That's the
30
thing,
meters.
actually.
Holy
It's
cow.
easy to fly low if you're going slowly. It's the only thing with having a faster ship.
think-
It's like your boost speed is often like too great.
Oh, that was a boop. Shield's gone.
Commander Razorek didn't leave the start line.
Last round, I was like half the way there, and everyone else was already in the finish. So
Oh, I can see some trails appearing.
yes.
Infernal moose. It's like in the
Yannick's already 40 kilometers away.
Okay, that's one round, I think. We're doing two, right?
Oh, someone's already overtaken me now as well. Yeah, we are doing two.
Oh,
Somebody's definitely overtaken me. I don't know who it is, but hello to you. Right.
It's not me this time.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can lap somebody.
Haha, a new ambition, yeah. I don't know if we're going to get that far, but I'll try.
on phase second, by the looks of it.
I think it might be possible.
I think it is. That kind of speed, I mean, you could probably... I don't know if you'll lap me, but you'll lap a lot of other people.
Commander Catalyst, I think I can get him.
Yeah, Fru's saying that probably he's going to be lapped as well, so yeah, that is plausible.
See the rest of the field now, all those trails.
Okay. I'm
Jealous.
presently tracking Infernal Brandy, which is the ship name of that Sidewinder.
I should have brought my Sidewinder. That's a fun ship.
Indeed.
It's very fun to fly.
I did not expect to be last. Thought this Python had a bit more in it, but nope.
Coming up to the start finish, and there's someone
Well,
hitting
I'm
it.
coming up on
it's the
somebody
Conda. Whoa. Yeah, I've just done one lap,
I see some orange trails.
and I think, I think that a fighter is like about half a lap ahead of me already. So, well, what can you do?
I don't know who this is. Who is it? Commander Fru. Okay, about to lap Commander Fru. Bye-bye, Commander Fru.
$20 without crashing. 7 meters was just now. For a second.
Alright, coming up on the next group. Somebody's going really, really low there.
Oh, I see you. Behind me.
Holy cow, that is low.
I'll see you too.
If I can't fly fast, I'll at least fly low. Be a little dangerous.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
It looks faster from the cockpit.
Mm,
Okay, not so obvious.
I should fly upside down.
Why not? I've been doing little rolls. I can see Infernal Brandy behind me is doing little rolls on the Sidewinder.
Not sure if the thrusters will like it. But we'll see.
Okay, that's 2 laps for me.
Wow,
Oh,
that was
Incredible.
fast.
I'm just gonna keep on going.
See how far you can get. You might as well.
Well, that's what I took the Sidewinder out of the SRV out of this thing. With the SRV on, the boost speed drops down to 830.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So can't be flying that slow.
I think that's why I didn't put one on the Eye Eagle I own as well. Too much weight.
Well, we have outfitting on the carrier if you want to lose the weight.
Yeah, I mean, if I really wanted, I suppose I could move the Eye Eagle over here, but I mean that ship is not easy to fly. It's fast, but God, it's difficult.
Why is it so difficult? I mean,
It's
Cobra,
overpowered.
Viper
Its
is
thrusters
really responsive.
are insanely overpowered in manoeuvring thrust I'm talking about here. Like, you just basically breathe and it kind of jitters all over the place.
I really love flying the Viper. I mean, the engine sounds are just amazing as well.
I think the
It's like
Viper is more easily
flying a sports
controllable.
car.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I did initially start to do a Viper modification, but I did an Eagle instead because I'd never really done that. But yeah, the Viper is much more controllable. Just full stop.
Can someone wing in Commander Glen Park?
Okay, we'll try.
Yeah, coming up on somebody else here.
Doesn't work for me.
It's really hard to recognize the crater from upside down.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's weird.
I got it.
Yeah, it's a funny look upside down, isn't it? I tried winging in Glen Park and I haven't been able to
I
connect.
sent him an invite.
Commander Solar Wind. Please. I don't know why I cannot wing people in.
Yeah, I'm having the same problem at the moment. There's a lot of people I've been trying to wing in and it's not connected with them.
Solar wind it was?
Yes.
She usually said they're in a wing already, you know, the usual bug.
And Commander Wolf Astartes.
I can bring them in.
Cool.
Should be able to. If my PC will let me, please. Hello?
Okay, I'm coming up to lap 2, and I think I'll stop at this point. Yeah, I'll stop here.
Yep, got him.
I am right behind you.
Okay, Tucane is 52 kilometers away. The other side of the crater.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I'm just trying to work out. So the crater is about 54 kilometers across, approximately. Maybe not actually that. Maybe it's more like 60 by the time you reach the apex of it. Okay.
Mm.
I'm just trying to work out if we do when SRV racing, how long would it take us? That would take quite a long time actually to do 60 kilometers, even across relatively flat ground. But you know what these things are like. It looks flat from here, but it probably isn't down close. You know.
Yannick, listen. We're under attack in Flotilla 4.
Really?
Commander Re-Arga is just blowing up ships.
Damn.
Oh, fuck.
We have recordings.
Have you? What has happened with them? Have you managed to dispatch them, or they crashed or something? Is there good news in that regard, or are they still?
I
wrecking
don't know.
and
I'm destroyed, so
Oh, okay.
I can't see what's happening at the moment.
That's unfortunate.
Hell. First one.
Okay. Right. Write the name down in the channel just so that I've got a record of who it is, as well. Okay. Flotilla. I will. Bear with me a second. I'm going to go quiet for a moment or two.
Sure.
I'm going to keep the stream on, but I'm going to go quiet for that as well. Bear with me for a second.
More
I gotta-
SRVs for the pile.
Yeah, this is fun.
I gotta make a picture of this.
Hello to you in Twitchland. Sorry for the audio problems. But this is quite interesting. We got the Imperial Eagle trying to spear an SRV. Oh my. Hope the audio is back for you guys.
You know, the fighter does not look like it's unmanned. It looks like there's a pilot in the fighter.
Oh yeah, it is shooting.
It hasn't got a pilot in there for me.
Somebody's shooting.
Yeah.
Who's shooting who?
The fighter is shooting. If anybody needs an SRV, you can get them on the carrier.
Oh no, I made a mistake. Of the eagle. I know.
Okay, great, excellent. They've got a laugh at all this. Oh my. SRV fun is always part of these meetups, it's true. Such a rich tradition.
Oh no, the quantum handbrake is working apparently.
Can I? I can't. Ow! And the fighter is gone. Aww.
Okay, we should probably at least have a go at an SRV race. I don't really mind though. If you guys are fine with doing this, then that's cool as well.
Oh no, we should have a race.
I don't know if we actually got time for a race, to be honest now.
I think everybody's just killing time until the race starts, you know?
Okay, we'll have a go at the race then. We'll have a stab at it. Looks like everyone's having so much fun I didn't want to ruin it. It's often the way. Right, okay. If you want to race, let's line up next to this python over here. It's Mr. Fru's python. So, yes.
What?
The gnarly looking python.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, not your one.
It's a very nice looking python.
Yeah, it's pretty piratey looking, isn't it? Yeah, I just parked myself
I
next to
hate
it. Yeah, so
I
head
really
over
hate
there.
that paint job on ship kit. I don't like it. It's like ruining the python. The beautiful form.
So we need to start farther away from the python, otherwise we can't use our thrusters.
Yeah, that's probably a good
Doesn't
idea,
matter, you can
actually.
just drive
Yeah,
forward
exactly.
anyways.
Either way is fine, to be honest. I'm sorry. Oh. Yeah. Okay, it doesn't matter if we don't use the thrusters on the word go anyway, but it's fine from about where we are now. Okay, let's line up approximately where we are. And it should be cool. Yeah, as I say, try and race along a bearing of approximately 30 degrees, and that'll take us the other side. It might not take that long, who knows? And 3 hours later.
It's fitting that you have the golden SRV and the only golden SRV too.
Yeah.
Where the heck is my... Oh, 30 degrees? Is that where we're aiming?
That is the way we're aiming, yeah.
There's no bio sites or geo sites.
Unfortunately not, no. Not in
Wait,
this
no,
place.
you're not the golden one. Where's the... I thought you were the golden SRV, no.
Well, it looks cool, you know.
That was fitting, but...
Okay,
that
right.
was...
Is everyone ready to roll?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Awesome. Okay, if everyone's ready, let's get going. Let's say 30 degrees to the top of the canyon wall across the other side. That's our end point. Ready to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So the thing is, you can't actually engineer an SRV, so no one's got any inbuilt advantage here. And someone's just flown straight into my face. And I crashed into somebody else.
Same.
Ah, it's all fun. And games until
Let's just
someone...
fly down there. I'm facing the wrong direction. There.
The thing about Odyssey SRVs, they are more grippy than these. They do seem to have a different model, as it were. If someone's got the right idea there.
Whee! That was a bump.
Yeah, saw someone go flying off that little launch pad to the right. It's probably you, Tuka.
No, I think it
So
was...
the shadow of a
Moose.
condor is that I see above
That was me.
Yeah, I did wonder.
Ah, lag.
It's always funny when you're flying but sideways, so you're not quite coming down at exactly the right angle. Ooh,
Are you commenting on what I'm doing?
You're too far ahead to me commenting properly, actually. I can just see your signal ahead at the moment. I'm actually commentating on...
exactly what you said.
I'm commentating on myself, actually. No, I was flying sideways, so it was, if you happen to be doing it at that moment, pure coincidence. But, yeah.
I am going sideways.
It's quite common, isn't it? But it is funny. It's kind of like thinking, yeah, the SRV's not exactly ideal at this angle. But, yeah. Here we are.
Alright.
You can tell it's a condor shadow because it's so big.
I can see it from here.
Yeah, it's definitely, oh, here
Going
we go.
all the wrong way. Ow, ow, ow.
Yeah, I'm not on the right
Oh.
bearing either.
30 degrees, was it?
It was. Here we go.
There we go. Moose is ahead of all of us. Although he's flying around like crazy.
I just don't know if I have the right bearing here, so I think I do. Since I
Yeah,
spent half
you're
the
going
time
the right
going
way.
sideways down.
Now I'm going sideways at a weird angle. Yay.
Whoa, that was a weird one. Don't fail me now, I'll... Ow. 35%.
Oh,
There's a whole 10% from just touching down with the wheels. Of all
As
of
it
them.
does, as it does.
Now I'm 34. Ah. Sideways again.
God, this is getting a bit more annoying, this terrain.
Did a
uh,
full
do I
360.
see someone shooting in the distance?
Is it the condor shooting at people?
Please don't shoot. I barely have any hull left.
Oh, yes. Actually, you're
somebody's
2k
shooting
ahead of me, though.
Uh,
Takala, you're doing pretty well.
I think I'm ahead of
Doesn't feel
everybody.
that way. Yeah.
Ah, dear.
I have no idea if this is even the right bearing anymore.
I
But
think you're going in roughly the right direction.
yeah, it's 30 degrees, but is it the right bearing still? Because we moved.
Well, I know
it
what you
should- it
mean,
would
yeah. I
change.
mean, objectively, the Condor probably can work out better than we can.
Mm.
The truth is, I'm going in approximately your direction, and I don't know if that's actually good or not.
I'm following not so obvious.
Follow the leader, follow the leader. Or not.
Oh no!
Whoa,
Rolling.
downhill.
Come on,
Oh, wait, I
circle.
can see your stream anyways.
Yeah, it's a few seconds delayed, isn't it, as well?
Yeah.
Like, you're now
Got it running on
3k
my
ahead of me,
laptop.
so you're doing
Right.
really well.
Is it possible to get wing?
Who's asking?
Right now.
Solar wind.
Okay, I will try.
I think there is one other person is asking for wing as well.
Okay, yeah, we've had trouble getting people into wings today, so yeah.
Drifting.
Solar, okay. Wing. I just
Yeah.
sent you a wing, so
Yeah, I got wing.
cool.
I'm drifting. Come on. It's nicer terrain here.
Oh,
Hello, how's it
I'm
going?
miles behind, so I just connected to the chat.
Okay.
To catch up.
Are you actually like in the crater area, or are you somewhere else?
No, I'm like hundreds of light years behind.
Oh, fair enough.
Oh,
And sort of, where am I? What waypoint you're at?
We are at 5 at the moment.
Which is Blair York WLJD1015, right?
No, we're in the Eta Carina sector.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Isa Karina.
Oh my.
Yeah, well, yeah. I'm still 48 jumps away.
Okay. Yeah, it's one of those bits where we're in a crater race at the moment, like across a crater, and you think that you've like cleared a good portion of the crater, and you haven't. You're just like, you know, not even a third of the way across it.
mm,
Yeah,
Conda is following the lead.
yeah.
Come on.
I'm watching the stream on the other monitor as well.
Oh, okay, now
Oh,
you
wow,
know
I'm
you
going-
know what we're doing then.
Yeah, I can see
I'm
what
going-
you're doing. I just
Oh my god, I'm going 80 meters a second in an SRV.
Wow, that's actually pretty impressive.
But not on the ground. That
Are
was
you in
the air.
control?
Yeah, I am. I was mostly.
Well, that's pretty good going.
Mm. I think Not So Obvious did the same because it was all downhill. You just could boost forwards while flying. And then try not to die. I'm still 1 kilometer away from me.
I've spun a few more times than I needed to.
So what's up with the instancing? I got the to the wing signal, but just no one is there.
Okay,
No.
I think most of our ships have been dismissed, and we're in the middle of the
Oh, no.
crater in SRVs.
Yeah.
So you can probably
No.
find us if you fly across the crater through the middle. On a bearing about
Come on.
30 degrees, you might be able to find us. You should probably run into a few SRVs along
There
the
we
way.
No. Crashed so hard. Now I'm way behind.
Still ahead of me.
Yeah.
I must admit, I'm not the best
So you-
SRV racer in the world, so you know.
I can hear Glen Park just barely. There's
Okay.
someone else talking. Really quiet.
I can't hear Glen Park at all at the moment. Only people I've been speaking recently. It was yourself, Mac, and I think Solar Wind was also talking.
No, I saw him pop up. also moves.
Oh my.
And I can hear lots of static from Solar Wind.
Yeah.
Perfect name. Oh no, I'm 2 kilometers behind him now.
Huh.
Yeah.
I completely lost my bearings. Somehow I ended up back at the start.
Really? And I thought I was doing
Just
badly.
follow the conda.
Running around in circles.
It's easy to
the
do in a
leaders seem
crater.
to be going on a different heading than 40 degrees.
Well,
Yeah, about at 30 still.
I was going to say, I mean, it's hard to know actually at the moment. I mean, it's still aiming for bearing about 30 degrees, but we're spreading out quite a lot over this
Oh,
crater.
it's 30, not 40, I thought.
Yeah, no, it is 30 degrees. But to be fair,
I thought
it's not
it
going to
was
make a
40.
huge difference, in all honesty. I don't think we're going to reach the other side of the crater during this particular meetup anyway. I mean, I'm not even halfway across yet, I don't think. Yeah.
Oh, it's getting pretty close. I don't know whose SOE that is.
Into the sun. Yeah.
Oh, that's not so obvious, Vexla. If that was you talking. Yeah, I'm right behind him, sort of.
Yeah. There's a couple people behind me.
Repair.
Yeah, I think I've got Takani about 7 kilometers ahead. I've got a bunch of people behind me. I don't know how close they are, that's the thing. But so where we are pretty spread out.
I'm chasing through. If I beat her, I'll be happy.
Okay.
Oh. I'm joining the 1% club.
Yay. I had 0% the other week, and that was quite funny. It's like that weird moment that you think you're going to die, and then it doesn't explode.
Next touchdown will get a firework.
Yeah, because I connected with the carrier when I had 0% hull. And this is on my alt account for those of you listening in, my alternate account. It wasn't my main one, it wasn't the ship or anything. But I was in a crate on my alternate account. And I had 0% on the hull. So I joined the 0% club. I thought when it connected with the carrier it might die then, but it didn't.
Oh, come on.
I think if you have a ship that's like 1 or 0% hull, it's literally like, held together by tape and spit probably.
I'm rolling. There we go.
Well, it's the old engineering thing. If it moves and it shouldn't, duct tape, and if it doesn't move and it shouldn't,
Yeah.
40.
Duct tape,
There's a
the
whole pipe
old-fashioned and very effective remedy for all kinds of engineering problems. Duct tape will keep everything together. Unsurprisingly, Apollo, they had to take duct tape with them. It was mandatory for very obvious reasons. You're in space and you need to fix something yourself, and duct tape will do.
I'm falling just behind Dan.
I think it was Apollo
not the crater.
17 that they had to actually fix the back of the lunar rover because a bit of it had come off, and they used, guess what, some card and duct tape to fix it.
Well, that was a weird touchdown.
Ooh, I'm flying in the wrong direction. Flying sideways is one thing, but flying backwards sideways is not a good look.
We need your control.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be nice.
It would be good
so
in the air, yeah, exactly.
It's like a helicopter without a tail.
True.
You just go up and roll.
Yeah, no, that's a good analogy actually. Helicopter with less
I've always
control.
thought of it like that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because you fly exactly the same. Mostly. I'm flying sideways now, yay. Come on, turn it around. There we go.
I can't decide if I'm swearing because of the heat just now or I'm about to throw up.
Wow.
Oh wow, I'm way off course now.
Yeah.
You're not that far behind anymore.
I think you are not. I'm 9 kilometers behind now. You are not so obvious. Are going to fight for the win on this one, I think.
Yeah. Not much fighting going on. He's way in front of me.
You're probably in
cannot
second.
catch up.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I can't see anybody else here.
I think I'm ahead of about 3 or 4 people. That's all I can tell at the moment. I don't know who they are. But...
I feel like I'm gonna get in third because I keep crashing and drifting around.
I mean, I think it's impossible not to crash in an SRV. Even the best SRV drivers, the thing's got no grip.
I was pretty smooth before. Not barely crashing or anything, and now I'm just constantly.
Somebody blew up fighting Falcon.
Oh.
Oh no.
That's a shame.
They're at 1%. They blew up.
The 1% lasted very long.
We should have repaired then.
Should have had some duct tape ready.
If you can. Yeah. I've repaired 3 times by now.
Even in the 34th century, duct tape's still a thing.
I've repaired like 5 times already.
Yeah, I've had to repair quite a few times as well. I think you can't really do a long trip in an SRV without having to repair at least a few times. It's just so fragile, you know.
Unless you don't go too fast.
No, that's true.
75% throttle seems to be perfect for it.
Yeah, we're always like trying to go as fast as we can in these things. To be fair, it's like the only times that I don't drive the SRV at full throttle is if I'm maybe going around collecting materials and I'm not with anybody. Other than that, I'm racing somebody else, so
Otherwise, you don't use it really.
No.
It's useless except for material gatherings and these kinds of gatherings.
Yeah, true.
Now he's 3 kilometers in front. Damn.
This crater is so big, it's ridiculous. But then again, in a ship it doesn't seem that big, does it? It seems like it's moderate size in a ship. An SRV is like, are we there yet? Yeah.
I can't decide if this crater's the size of a big city or a small country.
Yeah, it's either way it's pretty big,
Yeah.
I mean, small countries can be the size of cities.
That's true, true. Absolutely. Let's just say, for argument's sake, it's the size of San Marino, which could well be true,
God.
I don't know, with all these false horizons, I'm beginning to think it's the size of Africa.
Yeah. This planet's not that big, so probably not.
Ow. Ow. No. Rolling. Ow.
Yeah, it's definitely nausea that's kicking in.
Oh no. I lost him from sensors. He stepped on our head now. No. Someone's really good at flying SRVs.
Yeah, it's quite an art to do that, isn't it?
I'm really bad at it. Okay, maybe not that bad since I'm second. But
yeah, I was going to say, I think you're better than average. I think you're better than a lot of people. I think I'm probably below average in SRV racing. I'm not the worst, but I'm not great either.
I don't use the SRV too often, really, outside of meetups.
Yeah.
So I don't know why it would be so good if I don't practice.
Yes, the thing most of us don't practice is, like you say, if you're going with materials, you're not going to drive that fast most of the time because you're just looking to, you're more looking to the scope to see what materials are out there and not spinning so much.
At Jameson's, you can just sit there and farm. You don't even have to drive. Come on.
So it's interesting, you've got crater and you've got like a sub-crater within a crater and then a sub-crater within that crater. It gets kind of quite boggling after a while. But that's kind of realistic though. I mean, the moon's full of things like that,
Solar Wind is asking for a wing.
Yeah, I've tried to wing him in. I'll try him again in a second, but yeah. It's been a hard one today. So many wings have not got through. Okay, I will deal with
Again.
that now.
Again, really quiet. Somebody. Ah!
Oh, come on.
Whoa, what am I doing?
I don't know, what are you doing?
Spinning in the air.
And
not
hit
sure where
a
I'm
big
going.
rock. That was lovely. Okay. Was looking for Commander Solar. Yay.
I got wing.
Okay, cool. That's fine. Oh, someone's overtaken me and now I've overtaken them back, so yay for me.
Another tiny crater. Oh, I can see his trail. Come on.
I think this is definitely a case of slow and steady could win the race.
It could well be.
Not quite, no. I'm not going slow or steady.
I must admit I'm going pretty fast. As fast as I can anyway. I think on a mountain sometimes slow and steady can be the way to victory. But on this kind of racing, maybe not.
Ooh, I'm catching up slowly.
I think if I had a
102
mileometer or
kilometers.
something, it would probably show that I've covered 5 times the distance from end to end, but I'm still not even halfway.
Sounds about right. Okay.
Yeah.
Time's getting on a bit. I'm going to have to go to orbit to plot our mass jump quite
Alright.
soon. Keep racing as long as you want to, though. I don't think we're going to make it to the other side, to be fair, before, like...
No, I want to catch up. Fuck.
Yeah, I mean, you can do that. I'll have things to do. I'm going to recall my ship now. Everyone else can keep racing in the meantime. You might as well keep having fun while I'm doing this.
I'm going backwards.
Yay. Go backwards, flying through the air. Maximum style points. That's something
Yep,
you've
I
got to
was
do.
just doing that.
Recalling
And
my
that
ship.
slowed me down a lot.
As you do.
Oh no, hills. Hills, hills, hills.
Okay. Where be my ship?
No, don't turn around.
Ah, it's nearby. That's cool.
Yes. I don't know. Yeah, it will be.
There we go, perfect. Look!
Cool. Oh, what's it doing that for?
Ow, that was straight into the cockpit. I need to repair.
Always repair as you go. SRV racing, always repair.
I don't have many left, I think.
Okay.
I have 2 left. I need to go gathering materials again.
Nice. Okay. I would say when we mass jump, if you want to switch ships before, I will understand, because I know some of the smaller fighters don't have much range. So yeah, that's absolutely fine if you need to do that.
Typhon is good.
How big jump do we need?
I haven't worked that out yet. I'm just giving advice in a general sort of sense. I'll know in about sort of 5 or 10 minutes time what the jump system will be. I've only just taken off, so here we go.
Stupid controller. Stop turning off.
It's a pretty small world, this, anyway. I was just looking at the coordinates. We started at like -20, -40, and we ended up at where I was at least at -18, -138. So we hardly moved at all.
I'm at -17, 138.
Okay, so there you go. Yeah, we hardly moved at all.
Yeah, SRVs are slow.
Yeah.
So damn slow.
Yeah, it makes a Type 9 look fast, you know. And
Yeah.
it's not.
Kit is asking if he can join us for the last jump.
Yeah, he can. I'm in the middle of trying to work my stuff out, but yeah, absolutely, you can come into this flotilla voice chat, and we'll try and jump together.
Oh, that's why I'm here.
Yay! Hello, hello. Anyone who's coming in from flotilla number 4, Kit's flotilla. Hello to you all. Hope you've had a not too terrible time. Sorry about the ganker nonsense. That doesn't sound much fun, to be fair, but you know, it's one of those things, I suppose.
Had a little fight.
Oh god.
What happened? Did you?
In chat.
What happened to the ganker in the end? Did he leave? Was he destroyed?
He fled at 61% hull.
He high-waked in the end.
Oh, okay. Well, at least he was on.
Who was this? Do we have a ganker?
We unfortunately do, yeah. Kit's flotilla had a ganker who is now being banned from FleetCom and the Discord, but he managed to destroy a few ships along the way, including Kit's. I don't know the whole story, I'm just hearing it from Kit so far and a couple of other people, but best to let them tell you the story, and I'll keep doing my thing.
Yeah, we'll put a...
We were in the middle of a race, so a lot of us were away from our ships. And we showed up and blew up.
I look over and I see just sparks flying out from an anaconda, and then the ship explodes.
Poor thing.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good at all.
I hope everyone
When
has
is
dropped
the mass jump happening?
I'm gonna hope we'll probably jump by about 10 minutes past the hour, but I'm trying to get things together at the moment.
Are you serious? A tiny rock full on stopped me from the air.
Do we know who the ganker was?
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah, we do. We've already banned them from FleetCom. The details are in the thing. In the chat somewhere.
Just want to make sure they're...
It's in the chat.
I'm just going to check my friends list to make sure they're in the crew lounge, is it?
I think it's probably best if Kit or somebody else posts it, because I'm a little bit my hands full at the moment. Or anybody else who's got the info. It's hanging around.
Sorry, what did... missed that. What did you want to
Oh
know?
no, Mac wanted to
Who the
know.
ganker was.
Yeah. Just for friends list purposes, you know, to try and work out if they're on anyone's friends list.
Already got him blocked.
I'll have to look this one up myself as well. I think I recommend it to everybody. If you have the ganker in your friends list at all, just get rid of them. Easiest way.
Do we have an instance in space?
Yeah, we're building one at the moment. I'll try and bring a few more people in as well. We've got a few more people coming in presently. I will try and wing some more in as we speak.
What system are we jumping from?
I haven't got that information yet. I'm in the middle of working that out. Bear with me.
Alright.
This is the thing about
We're not jumping from the system that we're in right now.
We are jumping from the jump to system. This is the thing with this. It's dynamic. Every meet you have to work it out. You can't really do it in advance because of the way planets move. Unless you've got,
Oh my.
unless you're jumping to the waypoint target, which is like, you know, planetary nebula. But even then, you know, it's better to do it on the day.
He made it. He won. Not so
get a
obvious.
wing
Made
invite,
it to the
please?
crater and.
Someone died.
No.
Someone has a very
But we have a
noisy
winner at
microphone.
least.
Okay, well, I'm glad somebody made it.
I think he's up there already. It looks like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm just behind a few kilometers. Might make it in time. Maybe not.
Nice.
Oh, I see a ton of comets just floating around this planet.
Beautiful.
It's going uphill now.
Yeah.
It's funny how just the tails just move perfectly with the ship. They don't like trail behind at all, or lag
Right.
behind at all.
Got it.
Mm.
Bear with me a second.
Ow!
Thank you.
I think I might go take a little bathroom break. I'll be right back.
Sure, we've got like a quarter of an hour before we jump anyway, so we've got plenty of time.
Wings. We are with really a lot here in space, but nobody is jumping in.
Okay.
I'm in a wing, but I don't see a wing beacon.
When I look, for example, Fumbulis,
I will check my wing beacon to make sure.
Galaxy, Kit, Austro Angel, DNA Sacrament.
What?
I'm in with Takane, Solar Wind, Catalyst, Flexia.
Wait, what? I hear cracking.
Yeah, I hear that as well. Sounds like doing an impression of the actual Apollo stuff.
Whose wing is Solar Wind in?
Not mine.
He's in the same
That's
instance with me. Solar Wind's in the instance with
okay.
myself. So if you can get with him, then
You're in a different system, Kit, to us.
Woo!
Say again?
You're in a different system to us, Kit.
I made it.
Oh, we're not in the Waypoint 5 system?
no, we're in a different system completely. No wonder you're missing us. We're in a completely different place.
You bought Spotify.
And you'll probably take about 10 minutes to get in here anyway, because we're actually quite a way into the system.
Maybe we'll
I
just
made
jump
it.
from here.
Okay, fair enough. If you want to do that, then that's cool. I'm okay either way.
Okay, anyone from Flotilla 4 who's now in Flotilla 3 will go back to Flotilla 4 and I'll create an instance in the Waypoint system.
Okay.
Where are we meeting now?
Okay, for Flotilla 3, there's an instance forming in orbit. I'm trying to wing people in, and anyone else in the instance try and help that. I'm with Solar Wind at the moment.
I made it to the end, yay.
Yay, well done. Seriously, well
And
done.
Jetadoy is on his way to.
Okay.
We have 3 winners. Or at least 3 people made
Well,
it.
3 people who did a good job to get to the end. Yeah. I do agree with that. Okay.
Now we just need medals.
You'll get them.
Is this instance around the planet that we were just?
Yeah,
on?
that's the one.
Oh, hello, Python. Don't land on us, please.
Can I get a wing invite if anybody has space open?
Oh, it's not landing. It's hovering there. What fun.
Oh wait, they're a low weight, so I can just use those. Thank you.
Yay.
Cool.
Now winner shot. Photograph.
We've got a podium. They've got 3 people who made it. That's good.
Yeah. we should fly up onto my
right
kite
place.
and then we have a podium.
I would need a wing in too, please.
There we go.
Have we chosen a destination system
Yeah,
yet?
I'm just about to put it in the chat. 1 second.
Alright.
Wonderful.
I'm coming up.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Where's my cargo hatch?
You know, as an alternative, we can all meet at the carrier.
Ah, okay. We're already building
I'm
the
just
instance
flying
anyway.
around blindly here.
Yeah. You should be able to drop on someone's wake if you see it. That's one of the easiest ways to get in.
Okay.
You don't always have to have a wing to do that. I mean, either way is fine. Whichever one works for you.
I can see some wakes here, so let me try that.
Somebody popped chaff.
Naughty, naughty.
Bad. Naughty, naughty.
Okay, we've got a good gun of people in at the moment. Let's have a look at who else is nearby.
Magic.
Beaming up into my ship. Ooh.
Okay, yeah, looks like I made it. Okay.
Not so effing obvious, yeah. That's a good one.
Naughty asp. Bad. Bad.
Oh my.
Don't pop chaff.
Not so obvious was one of the people on the Thanksgiving expedition.
Oh, yay.
3304.
That's cool.
Voodoo.
Yep. I think that was actually a pretty cool thing you put together there, Mac, Thanksgiving, because you obviously went a completely different and alternate way around sort of,
It's good fun.
Yeah.
The only trouble is our arrival date coincided with the launch of Beyond, and the servers just spent the whole night crashing.
That's annoying. It really is.
Because what we're going to try and get a convoy going into Jacks of at least like half a dozen ships, but none of us could log on.
Yeah, it's irritating when that happens, but as you say, there's not much you can do about it. Fortunately.
Yeah.
We are very close to the planet. I could just enter Super Cruise and immediately drop.
Yeah.
No, try arriving at the planet without Super Cruise.
It'll take you all day.
I think
Just
someone.
FYI. Sorry.
What?
I think
did
there's a
see
type.
you
go first. No, you go first.
No,
you.
Okay. I did see a video sometime where someone actually tried going from one planet to the other, not in Super Cruise, but by normal speed.
Oh god. I love the orca and the cutter together. Reminds me of the time an orca and a cutter, a clipper were in the same bay together. That pic of him clipping together, making a new ship. Wonder if that will work on the mass jump. Okay, where are we going?
Everyone's popping chaff.
Okay, we've got about 12 minutes before we jump. Is there anybody else needing to get into the wing at the moment? Has someone got an open channel next to some interference? Because it sounds like there's either running water or like, you know, some interference in the background.
Yeah, what did you want to buy?
Ruxla must be here.
Naturally. Cool.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I'll be back in just 1 second.
Okay, wait. What system are we jumping to? Because I can't seem to plot to it.
Mass jump, huh?
It's an extra 4 in the name that Javek posted.
Is it 43 light years away?
Oh, sorry, I accidentally put 4 into it for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, ignore
It's
that.
18 light years away.
Yeah, we can do the first one.
Yeah.
We need a new ship. A new ship, what? Right.
When I enter in that system, it shows... Wait, I think I might be in the wrong I think I might be on the wrong instant. What system are we jumping from?
We're jumping from HW-W. Same sector.
Hang on.
I'll invite you. Yeah, you're 45 light years away.
Yeah, I'm in an instance with a bunch of people.
I think you're in the other flotilla then.
Oh, so it's a separate mass
Are
jump.
you with Yeah, are you with Kit and...
Yeah, I'm with Kit. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I'll just go back to that. Sorry.
No problem.
No
We're
problem.
confused. I thought we were combining groups.
That was the first plan.
Okay, back in the room. And that's a nice picture. Look at the external view, that's a really nice shot. I think the nebula in the background, being that sort of ever-present but kind of slightly dull red, is actually a really cool look. It's more subtle than some sort of nebula, but it's a pretty good one. I think because we're sort of towards the edges of it. And the planet in the background. So we've got about 6 minutes before we jump, I think. It's one angry looking python. I think the size of the cutter is it's so big that even the Condor looks like relatively ordinary in comparison. And that's not a small ship. Hello, Type 10. The cutter's upside down.
Oh no, you're upside down.
In space there is no upside down.
Exactly.
Well.
It's all relative. Space.
So when are we going? What time?
4 minutes from now at 15 minutes past.
Okay.
Well.
Yay. This is a nice one. Tropical crate again. I do like that. Very cool, very 80s. Yeah. So the cutter's reversing quite strongly. That's cool. Watch out for the eye eagle. It always sounds like an Apple product, doesn't it? The eye eagle.
Well, in a way it is.
Yeah. It's the one for the cool kids. The creatives. 3 minutes to go. Oh, I guess see the Cobra's maneuvering its way through.
I think we should charge now.
Yeah, cool.
No boost and
I
don't
was
throttle up yet.
exactly. I leave mine till quite late because mine's quite a hot running ship, so it's just not wise to do it too early.
Ow. Cobra, that was my python. I think that
I'm
was
sure
Falcon.
Falcon's laughing his head off at the moment.
Akane, you have the python with the radar feature?
Radar?
Radar. I thought it was true.
No, that's Fru's one was the Raider kit, isn't it?
Oh no, the radar kit is through. You bumped me too though with your ass.
Did you explode?
Your big Cobra ass. No, just the shields. Just a little bump.
Frame disrupted by a
Plenty
huge
of
mass. Yeah.
Yeah, that can't happen if you actually use the hyperdrive and not Super Cruise.
Centennial Falcon.
Those heat sinks on the Type 10.
Nice ship. Yeah, the keelback looks like it belongs to the emergency service of a planet somewhere. About a minute to go now. Cool.
Doing some ship shots.
Sun to one side, the planet to the other. Nearly ready to go. Okay.
I have the weird paint.
30 seconds.
Honk honk.
It's bound to happen. Right, okay, stand by. Spool up, you have done so already. And in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hit it.
10, 9, 8.
It's quite weird to hear my own voice in the background as somebody's playing it, just with a few seconds delay.
I think SolarWind is flying a convertible ship or something. This is all that. Anyway.
Just a few seconds delay.
I got knocked.
Yeah, we all made it by the
I think I
looks.
won.
Ah. Nice. Yeah. Now that was cool. They say it never gets old. Thank you, Infernal Moose, for bringing your carrier along. That was very much appreciated.
Oh, no worries.
And
Absolutely.
surface probes. There's like fireworks and Super Cruise.
Oh, those are probes.
Yeah, the spacecraft look like comets, but yeah, the probes are another thing as well.
It's like the only thing you can do in Super Cruise that other people see.
Yeah, that's true. Apart from the ship
Well,
itself.
other than fly around.
Why?
Yeah.
If
Why
you
did
actually get close
reset?
enough to another ship in Super Cruise, you can actually see it. It's fully rendered.
You can, yes.
It
that
reset my
before.
controls because I switched from Odyssey to. Okay.
Okay, let me see. There's quite a few carriers actually at the Waypoint now, isn't there?
I am making so much space trash.
You're polluting the galaxy. You're a criminal.
Fine games.
Oh, that's cool.
Someone just flew right by me.
There's a one called Squeaky Limpet here, fleet carrier. Squeaky Limpet. Yeah, I like that. That's a good one. Because they make that sound, don't they? No, they don't. Yeah, so I'm probably gonna. Should I fly straight or should I park my ship on the carrier and be lazy about it? I don't think I'll park it on the carrier. I might dock with it just to.
I think I'll park because I don't have time tomorrow.
Yeah.
With visitors and stuff.
Yeah. The truth is my ult's already in the Waypoint 6 system, so it does the scouting for me under these
Cheater.
circumstances. Yeah. I've got to be one step ahead of everyone else. It'd be silly if I wasn't. Yeah.
I sadly don't have that luxury. My other account is really far away.
Okay.
Wait, where is it even? I think either the bubble or in Colonia.
Yeah.
Somewhere random.
Fair enough.
Very far.
You see, it's not that far to the next waypoint, so I might just fly it.
Next waypoint.
How far is it?
It's waypoint 6.
A couple of thousand light years, isn't it?
I mean, I could do that today even, but not if I want to do the other meetup too.
Yeah. Oh, that's the thing. If you want to hang on for that, then yeah, you should definitely stay.
Yeah. And after that, I have to go to sleep.
1,500. I think it is.
Okay. Cool. This is the one thing actually about, you know, having all this stuff, even though I actually planned the route and everything. It's like because I actually have to be like one waypoint at least ahead in terms of where I'm scouting, and then have also another account scouting at waypoint we're at. it's easy to get confused and thinking about how far such and such is away from where we are, because in my mind where I am is like changes a lot, so it's quite funny really. I think a few people get that. If you like have several accounts and you've got them scattered across space, it's very easy to get slightly disorientated as into where you actually are. Having said that, you know, it's good fun to be had and you've got one account. You just have to make the best of that one account and just push it as much as you can. So we were saying earlier, I mean, the good thing about this era of the game with fleet carriers is that, take some of the challenge away, but also makes it if a ganker does shoot you down, they're not going to get that much satisfaction out of it compared to what they once did, because, instead of sending you, like, in the past it would have been you've got to go back 30,000 light years to where you last docked, and now it's a case of, well, you docked at the carrier. Maybe, like, 10 light years. So it's not so problematic like that.
I didn't notice before that these suns were so close together, and it's actually kind of nice. Although the other one isn't giving off any light, which looks weird.
Yeah, it's pretty small and pretty dim, isn't it?
It's the lighting system in Elite, I think, that's at fault. Because in Elite you only have one star that can make the light, essentially, for a planet.
Yeah, it's interesting.
So I think the other sun is getting lit by that other sun. So
yeah, it's funny to think of, but it's true.
Dark.
Yeah.
It's a weird lighting system.
Yeah.
That they can't do multiple light sources. It's just weird.
Did they change that in Odyssey?
I don't think so, no.
No.
Sadly.
I think Odyssey, the space itself is just darker, that's the main thing.
Yeah. Okay, now it's brighter. If I could get closer to it, it's brighter. It's just, I think it was the eye adjustment where the brightest thing, can't get too bright. So the other thing gets darkened.
Okay, I'm about to dock with a carrier.
I see you.
Cool.
And using the carrier to get
It's
across.
still in the wing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm docking with JBL's carrier at the moment.
It's funny, I can see you in Super Cruise and on the stream.
So you're both talking at the same time.
Sorry, what? Sorry.
I said I want to wear down the paint on this ship as much as possible. It's a trophy.
Yeah. It seems to vary from ship to ship how much it actually wears down. I think some paint jobs are worse than others as well. It should be the same, but it isn't. I think white paint jobs seem to go quicker than almost anything else.
Or it's the Azure one that seems to rub off quite quickly.
That's true.
Or it's just that on those it just looks that it rubs off more because it's pretty light paint.
Yeah, that probably is part of it as well. I used to have quite a few white
check
ships.
the percent.
Yeah. It does give it that rugged kind of look, doesn't it? You know, like it's been through a lot of exploring.
I think I repaired both my paint shops on these ships. Now don't overshoot now.
Yeah. I'm just gonna check.
So close.
Yeah, we've got a meetup. The next one is tomorrow, and then after that, there is no meetup for Waypoint 7. Just hit the waypoint and have some whatever you want to do there, and then we're meeting up twice at Waypoint 8 in compensation for that. So yeah. Okay, so let's have a look. And the idea of 2 meetups at Waypoint 8 is basically because obviously we're following the 50th anniversary of Apollo 15, and that touched down on a Friday. That's why there's a meetup on a Friday and a Saturday. In some ways it's quite good. If it'd been on a Wednesday, it would have been really annoying. For a lot of people, it's been really annoying anyway. I mean, if you like work to, if you're at school or an academic or something, a teacher, then you've usually got the summer holidays off and it's not such a problem. But lots of other industries, that would be quite a hard thing to do in the middle of the week. So it was at least convenient. I think it's Apollo 11 expedition. I think for that, the actual anniversary was on a Saturday, so it was like ideal.
Hard to talk. Please don't fail me.
Okay, Waypoint 6. You are 2,400 light years away.
Okay, so like the other one last week.
Yeah. I mean, that's one thing I've always deliberately done. If you've got waypoints that are close together, or meetups that are close together, that you can't have them ridiculous distances apart, otherwise it's just unfair on everyone. It just becomes a sprint race then. It's just not about exploration anymore. 2,000 light years it's quite easy for most people to do that. Unless you're that guy who's playing in the Sidewinder, an unmodified Sidewinder. It's like, well, that's going to be hard. That's going to be tricky, isn't it? Almost everything else.
Playing hard mode.
Yeah. Almost everything else, it would be straightforward. I am going to switch ships actually and then try and fly this last bit. Or am I just going to go straight there?
I'll see you next time.
Cool. Awesome. I will see you then. And it's only tomorrow. So it'll be fun. No worries.
See you there.
Okay, cool.
No.
I'm otherwise engaged tomorrow.
Ah, it's a shame.
Alright, see you next time. Bye.
Have a good one. Okay.
Oops. Missed the button.
I'll still probably be catching up as well.
What's your range in your ship at the moment there, Mac?
It's just under 40 light years, but I made it worse because I picked up some occupied escape pods because I was feeling generous to the poor souls who were stuck on whatever planet it was.
I think we have some carriers that follow us where you can redeem those, can't you?
Yeah, I was going to try and redeem it on Kit's carrier, but I got behind, unfortunately, so I haven't caught up with it.
All right. Are you still going towards Waypoint 5 then?
Yeah, I'm actually just 16 jumps out now.
That's not too bad. Should be able to catch up pretty easily, I would have thought.
On a really cool website, you will probably know that one. ED Astro. You can actually read your log files with that, and it plots your course in a little video.
Sell my data. Always a good idea.
Yeah.
Just done that, so it's pretty nice. Right, what I am going to do, I think I'm actually going to leave this stream for tonight because I've already done like 2.5 hours and done everything we needed to do. But it's been a pretty action-packed time, especially with the whole ganker madness and what have you. I mean, thankfully it was only one person, but yeah, these things do happen, unfortunately, from time to time. I think the last one I heard of an expedition was Distant Worlds 2. And they had, I think, a couple of people who were dealt with by the security force within Distant Worlds. Yeah, I didn't see it personally, I just heard about it. But that's the only one I can think of in, like, any recent time. That was, like, 2 years ago, Distant Worlds 2. So, yeah.
Sounds like an interesting idea, security force. But I guess that when Fleetcom 2 is not killing no matter what, right?
Well, this is the thing. That's why they're quite limited in what they can do. I think as far as FleetCom rules, I understand that you have to be attacked by a ganker. They have to hit you first. You can't shoot. If they're about to attack you, you can't shoot first. Absolutely not. You can only shoot back if they hit you. And then you can do it in self-defense, but they must strike at you first. That's absolutely critical. Or you can be expelled from FleetCom as well. But that's the way the rules are. So yeah.
Want to risk that. Rather have a rebuy.
Yeah. I mean, some people have talked about, basically, killing the client, the game client, and actually, dropping out that way. And I'm not such a fan of that, really. If you get destroyed, you get destroyed. It's just one of those things. Because often it takes too long anyway to do that. Because by the time you try to kill the EXE, it's you're probably dead anyway. So it's not really worth it, I don't think. Yeah, try your best to escape. That's what I would always advise. If you get hit by a ganker, if you can't fight and you're in a exploration ship, just do your best to run away and try and high wake out there. There's not much else you can do. You can maneuver around. If you're on the ground as well, you can use the terrain as cover. Just fly low and just try and get away that way. And once you're out of instance, then you obviously return to normal and maybe wake out of there.
Yeah, I made sure I had enough shields to be able to escape a ganker, and of course the only thing that mass locks a cutter is another cutter anyway, so you can often low wake from these things. But in the end, I got ganked by a planet.
Yeah, exactly. But that's in some ways, I mean, it's more exciting to be hit by a ganker, I suppose, but it's more predictable to be hit in the face by a planet.
Yes.
Very true, very true. I'm going to have a quick look to the external camera on the carrier here to give everyone a nice view of it. Because they're quite spectacular looking ships, the carriers. Mobile stations that they are. Should have got a pad 07, but I'm not. Oh yeah, I see there's a Conda behind me. There's this sort of brown dwarf over there. Oh yeah, Derek Johns is saying in the Twitch chat that shield boosters go a long way. Yeah, absolutely. They can make the difference between being destroyed and not. Anything you can do really like that to have good strong shields. Because obviously with engineering, you can get pretty good jump range on an Explorer and still have good shields. I mean, my shields are pretty decent, I think, on this. They say you're not really supposed to take full punishment for a gank. It's just there to buy you enough time so that you can high wake out. Or if you're on a planet, so that you can, go low and, say, use the terrain like a low-flying aircraft would, to try and get away from them. But that's all you can do. As an Explorer, you've got pretty limited, right to reply, as it were, especially in FleetCom. So yeah, it's best if you just escape. I always do that. But yeah, not all Explorers are cut out necessarily to do that higher speed, but you can definitely maneuver. That's another thing too. Just looking at the burning orange colour of the nebula over there. It's very well done. I do like it.
The nebula as well is visible a long way out.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's a huge nebula.
It's one of the larger nebulas, isn't it? Yeah, I know what you mean. I was just saying earlier in the chat that this has got to be I don't know how many light years across, maybe 150 or something like that. It's big. It's very big. Massive object. And you think about that, a light year is, by general standards, a big distance. By astronomical distance, it's not that big, but any object that's literally more than 10 light years across, I mean, that's just insanely large. No wonder you can see it so far away. I must admit, I've not actually visited a carrier in Odyssey yet. I don't suppose it's radically different or anything, but yeah.
No, it's the same, really.
Yeah, not really surprising. Whereas good things are still the same in some respects. But yeah, it does feel like a different game. It really does. Well, to me anyway, and not to everybody, but to a lot of people, I think it does.
I did find the planets in. I went through a 2-mass system. Obviously, with a name like that, it's a bit of a target magnet.
Yeah.
But nobody had done a first footfall there, so I did some first footfalls.
Yeah, I've done that in a few places, and the same thing had happened. You know, no first footfall. Yeah, so I got my name on them. Yeah, I said like the bits of Odyssey I do like is the actual on-foot mechanics. That's quite well done. I think that element of it definitely is.
I've come across some really nice looking vistas so far because I've been stopping on some Odyssey planets on the way through.
Yeah.
I did just tonight. It's in that 2-mass system. And it shows a lot of potential. I just got to fix the repeating textures issue, really.
Yeah, I mean, I think I might have been talking to you and a few other people around the time of the alpha for Odyssey, and at that point, I was fairly optimistic about its potential. I mean, on paper, yeah, I agree, it does have potential, but I think we're so knee deep in the problems that need to be fixed. It's very hard to see the bigger picture. But you say the terrain thing definitely needs fixing, and yeah, that's obviously for us explorers. That's the biggest issue that's out there with Odyssey. For obviously Hooners, it's a big thing.
When you're on
as
the
well.
ground, when you're on the ground, I've seen some really nice sights, and some of them are quite fun to run around on foot. You know, and I like trying to climb the mountains and that kind of thing. Sort of trying to get places where SRVs can't get to.
Yeah. Yeah, there are definitely some places SRVs can't get to. And the other thing, I think it's a slight, misjudgment by some people thinking that you can go everywhere on foot. You definitely can't. There are lots of places you can't go on foot. Hypothetically, if you were dropped to them, yeah, you could get that. You could stand there, but you'd have to be dropped onto them. You can't climb to a lot of places.
I found there's a bit of a trick to ascending. If you jump and fire a rocket pack and keep the walk forward button pressed, you'll kind of slide up the slope.
Interesting.
Until you can't anymore, and that's quite a good way of ascending some really steep bits. I'm pretty sure it's unintended that it works that way, but it does work that way.
Fair enough.
It's quite useful.
It sounds very plausible. Yeah.
Talking about dropping someone, I think yesterday I was playing with a friend, and he was in my ship and wanted to go out on foot, and he didn't. Well, he didn't spawn on the ground, but 3 kilometers above the ground. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's a bit awkward to be 3 kilometers above the ground.
But his backpack did save him from splashing on the ground, so... Yeah, his rocket pack.
I wonder if you... Because I haven't found one of those geysers on an Odyssey planet yet.
Yeah.
If you walk into one of the geysers, whether you get launched, how high you get launched.
It's a good question. Yeah, I've not seen one either, to be honest. I don't know if they actually exist or if anyone else has encountered them, but
I'm pretty sure I've seen a screenshot of them.
Okay. This is the thing with lots of places, though, changing. It's like planets that previously would have had them don't seem to have them anymore. And it's just, yeah. A lot of the patterns in terms of where things will be have completely shifted. So, it's fortunate in many ways. But yeah, it would be nice to see how, from the first person perspective, being like thrown like kilometers into the air by this water geyser, depending on your pronunciation of the word. Yeah, I'm just using the external camera to fly around the outside of the fleet carrier to see, because it's a pretty impressive looking thing, Even the sort of bog standard fleet carrier model is actually pretty cool. Trying to get a bit closer to this, but it's a nice looking construction. Whoever designed this obviously probably had a field day doing it, because all the little details are very well done. That's one of the great things about Elite. It's the little details, isn't it? On ships, stations, not the insides of stations, but the outsides of them. Actually, if only the insides were sort of as detailed and as smooth as the outsides, it would work a lot better. But yeah. To be fair, I've not been back inside a station at all for quite a while in Odyssey, because I only got it on one account, and it's this account, and it's out in the black most of the time. So yeah, can't say I was that impressed last time I looked through it though. I think a lot of people have a lot of frame rate problems around settlements and stations.
Yeah.
Definitely.
The station's got a lot better with the last patch, and general frame rates improved. It was noticeable for me because I've got a GTX 980, which is kind of a bit long in the tooth.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, my machine's pretty similar, so it's it doesn't do it well. But I was always surprised at the level of problems they had with settlements. It's like, I know a lot of it is they're trying to obviously generate too much that is unseen and hence it's slowing down. But it's like, because what is actually presented is not that amazing. You say it does look like a sort of FPS game from best part of a decade ago in terms of like the details on it. Maybe longer than a decade, actually. So it's like you've got this great, wonderful, detailed sort of space sim part of the game, and then you've got this sort of, I don't know, less than impressive sort of FPS or on-foot part of it. I mean, the on-foot mechanics is the sophisticated part. It's all the rest of it. It's just like, if you spend so much time and attention to detail, so the on-foot mechanics are that good, but almost like no attention to detail at all to the settlements. It's like they almost seem like a weird afterthought, and it's a bit disappointing, really.
Yeah.
And for alpha, it didn't matter that much because it's an alpha test. I think like most people, I assume that these kind of settlements were going to be less generic, and there was going to be like more variation to them, like variations on a theme, really. But it's not even really any variation at all that I can see. I mean, the actual sort of space station part of it, starbase parts of it. It's not particularly different. Now I'll come round to the back end of the sort of engine end of the fleet carrier on external camera. So you can see the engines kind of firing away. Yeah, it's very nice. I like the fact that you've got the different sort of classes of fleet carrier as well, with their sort of own distinctive look. Yeah, I'm at JBL's one, Numa, at the moment. Just flying across the surface of it in external camera. I do like this view a lot. It's epic, really. That's a good way of describing it. Good word, epic. Check out the Conda. Oh, the Conda's leaving by the looks of it. Or is it going inside? Oh, it's taking off. Get to see the Conda fly off. Obviously someone's flying that on manual, they're not doing it on auto at the moment, because they're flying towards my ship. They're coming around. It's quite funny, really. Not the most manoeuvrable of ships, the Condor, but it's a solid ship, isn't it? I think everyone's owned one at some point. Even it's been around for a while anyway. Cool. They're just flying across the deck.
Right, will anybody be at this carrier in Odyssey?
I have no idea. There is an Odyssey flotilla.
Yeah.
But I don't know what they're doing at the moment, so it is a good question. I'm going to assume they must be using the carrier, so yeah. Since the beginning of the expedition, I think I've popped into Odyssey a couple of times. Mostly for scouting, but a little bit for curiosity as well. There's supposed to be an update number 6 coming, isn't there? But no one knows what it's supposed to be, so I guess it's as good as mine. It's watching the Condor fly away into the distance. But yeah, I mean, who knows what's going to happen with her. Okay, cool. I think I'll wind up the stream for the evening. Okay, it's been an awesome day. I'm feeling a bit sorry for the people whose ships were destroyed by the ganker, but at least we dealt with him, and he's been expelled from FleetCom, and so FleetCom did its job, and he's expelled from the server, so he won't bother us anymore. So we need not fear him again. But yes, just be vigilant just in case something like that happens again. Thankfully didn't do too much damage, but I will see you all tomorrow at the next waypoint, waypoint 6, and we'll have some more fun then. Until then, I wish you a good evening, or whatever time zone you may be in. Appropriate daytime greeting. Until then, fly safe, if not, fly dangerous. Have a good one. And also, a happy evening to all of you out there in Twitch land. It's been great, and I will be returning tomorrow to do this once more. And I'll also be doing a couple more streams towards the end of the expedition, because we have, 3 more meetups left. And it's going to be a blast. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for all the follows. It helps the channel a lot. And I'm grateful to all of you who've been watching. Thank you very much. Until next time.